Bring Flowers of the Rarest by Chandler Spradling. I did not know what awaited me as I approached the heavy door of that dreaded house. The reassurance of the director applauded me on my capabilities, but the faces of the men leaving the house were the faces of broken human beings. Broken in a way that is indescribable by human speech. Broken in which our feeble comprehension of the human psyche could never fully grasp. Broken in a way in which those men would never fully heal. What was it about this house? What was it about what dwelled within? I opened the door. Sitting across the room was another poor soul trapped within the confines of these mold-stained walls. I could tell by his expression that he was not in his right mind, and likely hadn't been fully in control of his brain in quite some time. He smiled. His teeth were yellow and stained, his eyes sunken in, his gaze lifeless. He was to be my lifeline, my rock. My only hope of surviving this ordeal was some glimpse of sanity. This junkie might be my saving grace.
So, you're the new guy. You got some meat on your bones. Good. You'll need that meat.
I suppose he was right. I was capable, experienced, and of some reasonable stature. A reasonable man would unlikely pick a fight without proper instigation. However, this job was far from reasonable. I was given a brief tour of the estate. The carpet was blotchy with unknown brown stains. The walls were riddled with craters. One had been knocked down completely. Cobwebs dangled from the ceiling and everything was covered in a thick layer of dust. I ascended the staircase. It moaned and creaked with each step. This place should have been condemned. The man looked at me. He told me that all the amenities of the estate were mine to use while I worked here. As long as I didn't eat the patient's food, I would be fine. The patient. He rarely left his chambers. At least, that was what I had been told by my superiors. But when he did, there was an unlikely chance that he would be out to exchange pleasantries, but rather that his darkest passions had taken hold. He would need to act, lest his mind crumble in on itself. God forbid. The first day was a slow churn, a horrid slog through the muck, each talk of the grandfather clock deliberate and methodical with its ever-slowing cadence. The silence was dreadful. I could hear my own heart beating per-rum-pum, per-rum-pum, per-rum-pum. Occasionally, there would be a break in the silence as my cohort would tell me of his debauchery. He was disgusting, yet oddly charming despite his altered state. Or perhaps it was due to it. He gave an air that, perhaps, in another time, he might have been a right gentleman. However, the gentleman that once was had gone away long, long ago. As the clock chimed 9, I was released from my shackles. A painless day, despite the pace. Perhaps the morning would bring some hope. I stood from my chair and exited the house. As I opened the door, I heard a mournful call from atop the staircase. It was akin to a wounded bull, full of sorrow, but also rage, fear, hate. Hate. I turned to see a figure atop the staircase. His eyes locked with mine, yet I felt as if he couldn't even see me. His flabby nude figure was covered in pustules. He gave a brief smile, and in that moment, I was unafraid. It was not the smile of a madman, but rather of an excited child. Was this really the patient? The moment hung over me as I made my way home. I was both fearful and selfishly opposed to working with this new patient. My prior patient was making excellent strides towards normalcy, and he was, for the most part, a joy to be around. Alas, I came to the conclusion that my work with him was done. That another would come along as he made his way into the real world. Yes, that was it. I was to bring this new gentleman to order, to create another brilliant success. This patient was a victim of a bum hand, as all those with afflictions are. My capabilities were not to be squandered on those who were fully capable, but to benefit those who could not help themselves. Dear God, how horridly wrong I was.